If you are in sales or own a business, real estate agent, service provider, high ticket sales, this message is for you. Whatever you're already doing as far as your own marketing strategy, great, keep doing it. Anything works when you work it. But I want to encourage you or challenge you to maybe incorporate some pain point marketing into your schedule and see if you do not begin converting faster conversations, and you're going to completely shorten the customer journey because people buy when they're in pain. When you're able to see somebody, when someone else is able to see you as the solution to their pain, they will spend almost anything. I want to give you an example. I owned a brick and mortar for 12 years before I went into the coaching and consulting world. 2 years before the business, I was in pain. 2 years before we sold the business, I was in pain. I was suffering from burnout, but I didn't know what it was at that time. And I was having all of these symptoms and kept going the traditional route, and every doctor kept telling me I was fine. I knew I wasn't fine, so I had to try something different. So I took the holistic approach. Now, the holistic doctor is not covered under insurance. So there was a pain response associated. At that point in time, this was like 10 years ago, it was $375 out of pocket for a 30-minute appointment. I did not have that money at that point in time. I was growing a company. I was raising 3 kids. It just I wasn't just throwing around $375 every half an hour. Like that would have seemed like a luxury. However, I was in so much pain, I needed answers that I would have paid whatever it cost. So I paid that $375 for 30 minutes. And I got out of the pain I was in, and it was worth every single appointment because I was in pain. So when you sell through pain, people want to buy to get out of current pain, or they want to buy for the cost of future pain. What would it have cost me if I kept having these symptoms of burnout and I was dizzy and I couldn't drive at that point in time? There was a lot of pain associated besides just how I was feeling. It was impacting my family. I wasn't driving, so I couldn't take my kids to work. My husband had to reroute his schedule. There was a lot of other things that were affected from the pain I was in. Now, let me give you another story. When I sold the company, in 2018, I had a huge identity crisis. The money stopped and the validation stopped. And I was transitioning into the online world. I was great at sales and marketing and growing a company from the ground up. I was great for the brick and mortar world, but I felt like a fish out of water in the online space. Again, it was a point in time that I didn't have $18,000 just sitting around. But I was in pain and I needed to learn a skill. So I ended up paying an online business coach to teach me how to take my skill set and leverage it in the online space. I was in pain because I couldn't afford that. You know what I did because of the pain? I took a full commission sales job, which guaranteed me $5K a month no matter what. And I use that to pay the business coach. So when people are in pain, they will find a way or make a way. And so I just want to share with you some notes that I wrote around this. So there's the stories, there's the social proof, and that's just for me. I am a mindset and business coach. So people are in pain when they're not selling. When they are not selling, there's no sales. Without sales, you have a dead business. So they are in pain and want to make a change. But here's the truth. People don't typically buy when things are fine, unless it's a luxury. You're going to the mall, you want to dress, whatever. But when the pain of staying the same is greater than the fear of change, they will find a way or make a way. So if there's a current pain, this is the pain that your ideal client is in right now. My clients are frustrated. They feel stuck. They're wondering, is this as good as it gets? They're wondering when they're going to make that magical 10, 20, 50K month, and then it's finally going to get easy. Some of them are struggling to even show up and use their voice to be confident enough to even sell. So there is all kinds of pain you're in when you're a business owner and you feel stuck and it feels like nothing is happening. Okay. So if you cannot name your client's current pain, then they're never going to feel like you understand them. I know what it feels like to feel stuck. I was stuck. Do you know I showed up for 2 years every single day until I hit that first magical 10K month? That's pain. That's future pain too, because if I don't get my income to where I want it, then I'm going to have to go out and get a traditional job. And I don't want a traditional job. So that is pain. So when you speak about what you've gone through and you share that you understand their pain, then they see you as the solution to their pain. So that's current pain. Future pain is the pain of doing nothing. What happens if they don't take action? What happens if it gets worse? What would have happened if I wouldn't have realized I was severely nutrient deficient, low in vitamin D, and on and on and on? Well, my health would have continued to deteriorate, and health is wealth. So that was hitting my current and my future pain. So if they don't take action by doing business with you, what gets worse? Is it their health? Is it their income? Is it their confidence? Is it their relationships? Most people don't think about this naturally on their own. That's why you, as a leader in your company or organization, need to show them the gap from where they are to where they desire to be. That gap is the pain, and pain creates urgency. So here's the bridge, okay? When you're able to show current pain and future pain, it gets their attention. People pay attention. They want to pay you and they want to pay attention. Then you share the bridge. That's your method. That's your product. That's your service. That's your tool that offers them relief from their pain and turns their pain into possibility. So I sell a signature offer once a quarter called Mindset Reset. Inside that, we do a lot of work around to kill the blocks, the limiting beliefs, the stories keeping you stuck. So here's an example. If you're not selling, that's painful. So that's the example I'm going to go off of. I understand that you're continuing to show up day after day. You're getting frustrated. You're on the revenue roller coaster and you can't understand what's wrong. You're doing everything correct. Your strategy's right. You're showing up and something is still not working. Well, what I want you to see is Mindset Reset is the solution to you feeling stuck in sales, because inside you're going to uncover your patterns. You're going to understand your limited beliefs, your programming keeping you stuck. And you can't clear what you can't see. But once you go through this 10-week accelerator, you're going to see the invisible roadblocks that are keeping you stuck. And then it's a choice to choose to show up and operate differently. So when you go through Mindset Reset, you're going to feel safe showing up. You're going to feel safe being seen and heard. You're going to be able to confidently walk into a room like you own it. And you're finally going to move into a place where you feel like sales is a service and not sleazy. Okay, so there's my example. All right. So what I did is I talked about the pain of being stuck. And then I shared the bridge, what you can do to get the outcome you desire. And now it's your turn. Here's your homework. I'm going to walk you through a pain story framework. I want you to grab a pen and paper, and even if you have to pause this or come back, I want you to write down one struggle that you've experienced in your life or business. Because here's something else I know to be true. If you don't share these stories or the struggle, whether it's you or clients you've helped, and you're always speaking from where you're at now, people don't feel like you understand them. You're already successful. You don't understand what I'm going through. But if you could say, I see you, I hear you, and I understand you, That's a game changer. So I want you, and if you're in sales or business, go back to the version of you before you had the level of success that you had. So all the stories I'm typically sharing around pain were my down in the trenches, the struggling, the pain. And then, like, I share how I got out of it. And I'm on the other side of it, and now I'm a teacher of it. So, what did it look like? The pain you were in? What did it feel like? And what did you say to yourself at the time? That puts you in the shoes of your ideal client. Now, right below that, I want you to write down what would have happened if you never made a change. That's your future pain. What would have gotten worse? Who else would it have impacted? And what opportunities would you have lost? And then write the shift. What changed for you? What did you try? What did you invest in? And what did you learn? And then you end with the results. When your life or business looks like now, and how does it feel different than the pain you were in? And this is the takeaway. This is what I want you to remember. When you're selling, remember this. Current pain gets people to pay attention. Future pain creates urgency. But you, your product or service, is the bridge. That's the bridge to the transformation you provide, so they see you as the solution to their pain. That's how people move from thinking, that's how you move from the friend zone to actually change, to get people to change, to take action. And if they take action, that means you have more cash. And you're also receiving cash for the energetic exchange they're giving them, a solution to their pain. So let me know if this lands. Let me know if it resonates. I would love for you guys to begin incorporating at least one piece of pain point marketing into your marketing plan and play around with it, split test it, see how it works. All right. I love you. I believe in you, and go out and sell some mad stuff. Have an amazing day.